do this. We're live, and I just got hotspots from Walmart. So let's see how well this works. See how good that connection is. Now, I also just got this Gopro Fusion, and I had to trade my drone. I don't know what's the matter with my head, but I had to trade my drone for it. I mean, I guess I could have bought it, but it's like I was flying illegally anyway. So, in before Paul DeRue. So it makes good sense to get rid of that drone. But I kind of want to get the Mavic 3. Not made of money, but it's something to think about. I think I want to try to get my license for that. But yeah, I was illegally flying a drone, so I didn't have a commercial license. So I don't have a drone anymore. And where are they? What? I can't even follow it. All right. So I traded in my drone, and in place I got the Gopro Fusion. And there's some things yeah, Half Moon Bay is one of the best cities in California. I like that city a lot. They didn't try to kick me out of the city the whole time, and I stayed about a week. And it's like 10 degrees cooler than on the other side of the mountains. It's really something. So I just got this GoPro Fusion, and I have to say I find things about it that I like a little bit more than the Max. Okay, this Max, this is the newer one from what, 2019, 2020. And this one, I don't know, a year before, something like that, the Fusion. You can see there, one has a screen, one doesn't. One has the button on the top, and one doesn't. So you can see the difference. And also, one has the flip on these connection things flip, whereas this one, the Fusion, doesn't. This thing is rock solid. The only thing that flips about it are these outer flippy things. So you got, whoops, and it just slides right off like that. So it's pretty tight. Baxon, I don't know, where do they sell Axon body cams? I don't really order things. I actually got this Fusion from somebody, and I'm having difficulty trying to align. So that's another problem. I can't even align. Okay, maybe that needs to stay flipped up. There we go. Okay. So you could, oh, it stops right there. All right, keep it on. But what I like with the difference between, or what I prefer with the Fusion over the Max, and that's the reason why I decided to trade my drone for the Fusion, was that it has two SD card slots, if that could be seen. There's two, and this battery is huge in comparison. So you got maybe I should bend it down a little. You got two SD card slots And that means that you can make 2 separate recordings. Look at that battery size. That's pretty cool. That I like the idea that you can do 2 separate recordings on either side, which is not an option on the Max. You have to go into the 360 editing, and editing is a chore on the on my Samsung S9. I can only do the editing on my phone, so it's such a chore. It burns up the phone, it overheats, and it's nice that I could just take either side of the Fusion and use that. It's especially useful. Oh, SD1, SD2. It's especially yeah, I did hear a grackle in the Walmart parking lot today nearby here, so that's uplifting. You can take either side, depending on what you want, and just use it as part of regular editing. But the 360 editing is, I mean, maybe it'll improve in the future, but I can only do it on my Samsung S9, and it's a bit of a chore. I kind of don't like doing it unless there's a really cool scene that I think I could work with. The 360, it would be nice. It would the 360. See, this Max would need 2 separate SD card slots for each camera side as well to be able to effectively have 2 separate videos. What's this? I can't understand why everybody keeps asking where he's at. I bet he will be happy to exchange your address. Yeah, exactly. Where's everybody else at? Niners said they're in a cool area, Half Moon Bay. That's a real nice. It stays cool in the summertime. Great place to visit for the summer. And they got a somewhat brand new library from a couple of years ago. So, I mean, there's downsides with the Fusion because it doesn't have its own playback screen, so you have to put it on the computer to view it. But I really appreciate that it's separate cameras on either side. You can stitch it together. I guess it's more of a hassle, but I'm not so interested in that. If I wanted to stitch things together, I use the Max. If I want a camera that can just record on either side at the same time, then I choose the Fusion, and it's for say specific scenes, specific reasons. If you want to get a unique shot, I don't know. It's hard to describe. But say I wanted to do a driving video in some way. I could record with this. I could record myself on one side, and then record the drive on the other. And it's kind of like using a dash cam. There's some dash cams that are like that they put up in the rear view mirror, and these videos you could put right directly onto, say, the DaVinci video editor, and just work with it like that. You don't need special software to edit a 360 video. I guess GoPro's got something to edit 360 videos for, but I guess I really haven't gotten familiar with them. So there's actual differences between the Fusion and the Max that really make Fusion attractive to me. All right. So that's why I wouldn't want to get another Max. I think the Fusion picks up where the Max is too weak at, because the Max can only use one SD card, so they have to put it as a 360 video on one SD card, whereas they could put it on 2 SD cards, and then you have to stitch it in a different way with the Fusion. So it's unique differences that I appreciate with that. So it's something to consider. What you have to ask, what's important to you, and having a variety of options is always nice to pick from. I mean, primarily my 360 type videos are now dedicated to cop interactions. Now I have a 360 camera. I have two 360 cameras. One is it's going to be dedicated to this stand. This Fusion is going to be dedicated to the stand. And if I have to get, and it's going to be mainly for police interactions, and if I have to get out of the car, then I'm coming out with a stand. I mean, I'll record on this Max. As soon as a cop shows up, they'll see me putting this Max up on top. And if he's like, "Can you get out of your car? Can you get out of your car, sir?" Okay, I got the cover right here. But I'll be like, "Sure, I'll be happy to get out of my car." Pulling the Fusion out. And can I do this one-handed? Sort of. Step away from my car. Set it down. And now you got another angle. I don't know. Don't come up with anything in my hand. If my door's open, they'll see what's on it. They'll see that it's just a camera. I mean, that's how I'm keeping it. I'm keeping all cameras within reach. The Max is on the roof. The 8 goes on. The 8's just right here. The Fusion right there for if I have to step away, or if I'm waiting for the cops to do their investigation, have to sit in their car or something, I could walk over a distance and set the camera for a nice angle. Imagine that, having a nice little angle, come out to here with the cop behind me, behind my car, for whatever reason. I hope this never happens again, but I mean, it's happened so many times. All I could do is just expect it and prepare for it. I've been getting trained. So that's the comparison, and there's clear differences which make the Fusion more attractive still for certain situations, for editing really, because I'm a lazy editor. I feel sorry for the cop who has to inventory that car. Oh man, time to retire travel log. What is it? Who's me? Travel log? So I don't really have anything else to add. This is supposed to be a short. Good to have you back. Oh, thank you. I don't really have anything else. Hang up your GoPro, find a fat chick. Why can't I record a fat chick? Why is it one or the other? I mean, I really like traveling, and I've covered a lot of distance today, and I'm not sure. It's going to be in the hundreds the next few days, so I don't know if it'll really make a huge difference if I go further north. I'm looking at court dates possibly, and I really hate to go too far. I'm kind of happy in this spot, so I think I might just try to wait a week. I'll reflective orange tape would be good on the cams. Huh. Yeah. That I don't need to hide my cameras, that's for sure. Have an orange tape on the Fusion. There's plenty of room to put some orange tape. That's a good idea. You got Zapton often has good ideas. It's amazing. A hat that says press. Yeah. I could be trying to look more professional when I record my interactions with cops. You will have to charge long sleeve woolen shirts more often than in weather. How often do you change your car oil? I think every 2,000 miles. Travis won't have to worry about civil forfeitures on cops taking his possessions. Yeah, I'll probably, yeah, with this oil change, I don't know, can that be seen? Maybe, here, let me reverse it. Gotta hit it twice. Can you see, that? You see it backwards? That's the oil. That's my next oil change. It's coming up. So, yeah, the camera situation is that I'm using a few of them now, all one-touch buttons. That's the beauty of it. Is you really need a. I mean, I'm constantly getting surprised. That's the element of surprise works in the aggressor's favor. I remember Travis was leaking brake fluid all over Washington State. That was Oregon. I was having troubles in Oregon a lot with Coquille, Oregon. Oil changes for your car can be done at 5,000 miles. Okay. It's I mean, I have pushed the limits of my oil change, and I've been told that the oil looks like brain matter when I've changed it in the past, and they describe it as brain matter because there's water that got into the oil. And no, it wasn't because there's anything cracked, it was because of condensation. So I have kept the same oil for thousands and thousands and thousands of miles, and water gets into that oil. So Charles, you would know that people who keep oil in their vehicles for long periods of time, the water can get in there. All right, I'm sure you know that. I think he had a funnel and hose pipe to save on bathroom breaks. So, yeah, the oil thing is the brake fluid thing. I mean, we could check the car out here. What is it? Let's do a little. You gotta hit that twice. All right. Oh man. All right. Let's do a little car inspection. All right. So you can see it's kind of warm in here still. See, it's okay. I think it's okay. What I gotta shake the car. Hold on. I gotta shake the car a little bit so I can see the level of brake fluid. All right, let's see. Yeah, I can see it. I can see the movement on the top. This brake fluid does not leak, and all I did was changed out I paid somebody to change out the pedals. As long as there's no ants. What is it? The fluorescent fluoride is good. Whatever it's called. Oil's probably good. Everything in here is, I mean, it looks, if the driver's seat, I got a lifetime air on this air filter thing. It's supposed to be lifetime, right? So you see, I mean, I think it might have to run so you could actually see the indicator, but I've been told it's lifetime. Is that back as far as it goes? Because I have to replace the whole unit. So, and then I just replaced the battery. I think that's the date that was made. Not even a year old. So it's in pretty good shape. I mean, the car sounds good. Maybe these magnets are the good luck part of it. So I keep magnets on the fuel filter. And when I first escaped from Rice Lake, Wisconsin, and I'm trying to get back there, but I got a little legal issue in Natchitoches, Louisiana that's slowing me down. Lifetime air filter. Yep. This whole unit would need to be changed out. You can't just change out a little pad. This is the fuel line here, and I learned that because when back in Rice Lake, Wisconsin, I had a problem with the car not starting, and they checked the fuel line, or they probably knew what the problem was and then just decided to loosen the fuel line, and it came loose and gas sprayed into the dashboard and everywhere. It was pretty scary. But I figured it out. Just tightened it back up, and it's not been a problem since. That was mechanic's error. Mechanic's error. On purpose or accidental? I think it was on purpose. So that was the car engine inspection. Everything's running good. If you do mostly city miles, go out, only do about 12,000 max. Yeah, I suppose I could give it an extra 1,000 miles. I've been doing every like 2,000 miles, and I really don't like paying all that money to do oil change so much. Every 2,000 miles would get too expensive. I'll try to push it. I mean, the only noticeable problem with pushing the miles on oil is that water gets in, but that's you see the water, and that's it. You don't really notice a performance problem. Nomad does 5,000. All right. Yeah, I've been doing 2,000. That's the recommended. Hit this twice, and yeah, you can't really read that, I suppose. Focus in. That's it. So oh, it's giving away my plates. Let's see, mileage 120,000 is the next one, something like that. I gotta admit, I like this little spot. It's next to a swimming pool, and it's not in season yet, so it's quiet. I still have yet to explore around and know where the bathrooms. I don't know where the bathrooms are here. I need to look around. The reason I held out on looking is because there's a bathroom party, a birthday party, off at the shelter. So you can change every 2,000 miles, every 20,000 miles, 3,000 miles, or 4 months. Yeah, I should add it. Oh, it's with synthetic. Okay, I should probably do it. Give it more. You don't have to. It's better to lean towards going over the recommended mileage than under, just because it's not so dire. It's oil. It stays slick, and you got an oil filter that keeps it clean. So yeah, some people might take it to the extreme. Imagine there's probably people out there who they probably like when the recommended is 2,000, they probably change every 1,000 to be extra safe. See, it depends on how dirty the oil looks. Yeah, how black the oil gets, and I'm not a great judge of that. I don't really I don't inspect oil all that much. Hey, it's Pig Trader. Hey, I got one of these what a Walmart Wi-Fi hotspots. So it's working pretty good. It's got its own battery, and you pay. I paid $40 for it, and it's got 50. Oh, synthetic oil change every 14,000 miles. 0.7. Yeah, there's oil qualities. You could get by every 4 to 5,000 the way you drive. You gotta drive pretty carefully. If careful driving can lead to longer oil life, then I certainly could do that. Let's see. Oil changes should be done by car manufacturer recommendations, not the dealers. Oh yeah, for sure. Those are two differing opinions. 3,000 synthetic. I could probably push 3,000 with my regular. I'm convinced. So, all right. I was making the comparison with my cameras. The 360s. Whoops. Oh, what? Suraru Works says every 7,500. Geez, that's a lot. Oh, you gotta hit this twice. So this thing is fully charged, and I'm waiting. I'm just sitting here waiting. Somebody will call the cops on me. Just gotta wait. I gotta come back here like tomorrow, and then look at just see who's watching. See who's watching me, and you know how concerned do they look about me being here. I'm the new guy in the area. Let's see. Sound great. Like you no longer fear being burned as a witch. Well, I mean, this I have still some fear about having to return. I don't know what's going to happen exactly. Phil, my lawyer Phil, who's taking care of his 4.5-month-old infant. He's keeping busy, multitasking, and he said that it could be in 2 weeks. Within 2 weeks, Judge Owsley will make a decision on a court date. So I want to be positioned for that, and right now I'm positioned in a good spot, I think, to return. So it's just a matter of waiting for him to make a move. It's like not even my lawyer is aware of what to expect fully. He says possibly within 2 weeks, Judge Owsley will set a hearing. So that's about all I know is what my lawyer tells me. If Judge Owsley would tell me what's going on in his head, that would be really nice. But you know, he's got to play the game as a judge. What is the court date for? Yeah, what is the court date for? What is the court date? First you got to ask, what is the court date? And then what is the court date for after that? There's really nothing there's nothing that is in a schedule. So I got skaters. I'm near a skate park. So let's see. Yeah, it's just some young kids skating on a nice empty parking lot. It's got its benefits. Yeah. Shervy, the donations have come to a trickle. The rest is gonna have to come out of my pocket, I guess. 13. Well, so what's 18,700? I'm gonna have to pay the difference between 18,700 and 13. I don't know, 800. So 14,800, 15,800, 16,800, 17,800, 18,800. Roughly, I gotta pay roughly $5,000 out of my pocket to make up the difference. So we may have overestimated. Some guy asked, why isn't my GoFundMe at 30,000? I don't know. Well, I mean, I kind of know. Keep making videos. They bring in donations. All right. Yeah, I just bought. Well, yeah, I just bought this hotspot. So I'm Hmm. That's extra cost for me. The reason I got this hotspot largely is because of this court issue. I'm researching and trying to figure things out, keeping my lines of communication open. If I didn't have any legal problems, then I probably let it go. I wouldn't bother with the hotspots because I'm paying 2 monthly fees now. I got YouTube Red, YouTube Premium once a month, and then now this hotspot, 2 monthly payments. And I would just be happy with YouTube Premium. Uh, Needs to brush up on the math. Yeah, I'm not great on math. Uh, so um, I would just download videos for YouTube Premium, and then just come to a park like this, a nice little park, and just hang out. I'm fine being offline. I'll check the local area if there's any Wi-Fi, but if there's not, so I can live without it. Travis, share my emails I sent you with Pig Trader and see what he thinks about what I said to you. Gosh, I remember you said something in all caps. It was pretty forceful. You were angry about something? Um, what did Charles yell at me about today? Because I read something that was a paragraph long. Gosh, I can't remember. I can't really remember. Okay, well, I can just look it up. What did you say? I got my trusty tablet here. What did Charles say? It must have been. It was something that I know. I remember he said something, but yeah, the details of it, man. Okay. I am online because of this. Oh yeah, he called me Jesus. I'm Jesus Christ Travis. Here? Let's bring this in. Alright. I even have the email open for Charles. Let's take a look at that. Okay. Stop now. Oh, that's right. Oh, it's got all kinds of expletives. So, take away persona. You're trying to imprint people. Take some pride in yourself and restore some self-esteem. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, Charles. It's like you think I'm living a terrible, terrible life, and you talk to some troll who said that I'll never change, so that's why they're not donating anything. So, I mean, oh, I need to buy a suit and comb my hair, and that's gonna improve donations. So I don't know about that. That's right. You said all that stuff. No, I don't see that as a shareable email personally. Oh, oh no, you don't have anything new. Oh wait, there's another one. I did respond to you. Okay, so we got another. Oh, it's not all caps. Yeah, I said my car is not terrible. Um, did clean it out a bit. Okay, recommend them channels to watch and blah blah, and how I should be overnight freaking harems. Creepy guy. I'll read it later. It's probably just, a lot of the same. I'm not really looking to make strong connections with other um police instigators. I'm not really first impressions. I don't care about first impressions. Yeah, I mean, there's depressions, there's impressions, there's expressions, there's pressions, and you know, what you think someone is taking away from a conversation may not be quite what they're thinking, what they take away from it. All right, you think, oh, this was a great conversation, and the other person's like, oh, this is a terrible conversation. It's like there's different opinions. More donations, lackluster, or a big channel need to pick up your case with updates. People on YouTube quickly forget. Yeah, and that's fine, whatever. I'll pick up the difference. I'll pay that 5,000. I got 20,000 in savings. I was saving that up for a bigger vehicle, but I mean, I don't want to short my lawyer. He's got a 4.5 month what do they call it? It's either infant. He was correcting me, I guess. It's not a baby. It's not a toddler. I think it's an infant at that age. And I mean, he has to multitask. He has to take care of this infant by himself sometimes. So he's got a lot of he's getting a lot of experiences in life, experiences I never got. We need to raise another 15K for Travis. No, that's you see the level of interest I generate, okay, by this GoFundMe. It's not a lot. People have overestimated my value, the value of what I'm doing, okay? And that's common. I mean, why not? It's overestimating is a fun thing to do because it gives you a sense of hope. But reality strikes, and you see a different side of things. And this is reality. You usually have to cut your expect. You can have a goal, but you should have expectations. Scale back on those expectations. Diesel Transit gets 20 miles per the gallon. Yeah, that doesn't sound like my kind of vehicle. My Sprinter van gets an average 21. Isn't that kind of low? Almost nobody comes around to troll Travis anymore. Yep, they've given up. When they see that their work has been done, they don't need to visit. There's probably other issues happening elsewhere that that's taking up more of the trolls' attentions now. And plus, they spend a lot of time supporting each other too, with those channels similar to what the Schrodinger cat has made. Schrodinger cat has has like when Schrodinger cat died, he he left a vacuum that was quickly filled up, all right, by other people. I've seen similar content to his after his passing. So there's no shortage of those type of people out there. But do they need to engage with me directly? They can make their own content to attract those audiences. The trolls can stick together on those particular channels and give each other love and support in their with their beliefs, and not have to come over to channels like mine and think that they're in the minority, because they're not in the minority on other channels. They're just more in the minority on channels like mine. This is a test of the legal system. This is only a test. Some of the worst people I've met have either been wearing suits or uniforms. Yeah, there's those people who just, yeah, they get into a particular, they feel a sense of pride about having control over their life and belonging in a group. Diesel pusher safety, get your projectiles loose and your car under control. I can't, all I can do is just try to drive as cautiously as I can. That's the best I can do. All right, I can't tie down anything. It's impossible. I'm not flying a plane, at least. Small vehicle. Trolls used to live under bridges, now they live on the keyboard. That's true. Trolls used to live under the bridge, and now they've moved into their mother's basements to play on their keyboards. Sprinter van. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of variety of vehicles out there to compare and contrast, and their different states of of um, of construction. I don't, I just have to choose something. I just I default to trying to get the newest. Um, and I got 20,000 that saved so far, but that's not enough for, like, I want a fairly new one. I got a 2008 2004 Ford Focus now, so I want something newer than 2004, and I'm saving as much as I can. So it's a matter of just savings and saving until I can get to a point, and then I gotta save beyond. I gotta save beyond the cost of a vehicle because I have to expect that there's going to be added costs on top of a new vehicle. Like, I might want to furnish it with something that I can't furnish in this car. So there's costs of the vehicle and then costs that have to do with the vehicle as well. So it's going to be a long time. Cans and bottles, keeping you from braking and controlling your vehicle. Um, it is not safe for public if you care about yourself. Well, if you make hard rights, making hard lefts is not a problem. Making hard rights is a little scary, but rights are the safest turns to make, and I can do that cautiously. Lefts are the most dangerous turns to make, but it's perfectly fine because it's pushing up against the door. So your assessment of what's safe and what's not, I think, is a little under researched. I've tried to help Travis since day one. When was what? Can you give me the date of that day one? Everything that I said would happen to him has happened so far. If it wasn't for Pig Trader, he'd be done with sentence served. Now he's, yeah. Pig Trader got me out. Robert got me out of jail uh, with by insurmountable work from the trial to uh, to being in jail. I would have stayed. Today would be the day I got released. So I would have stayed till today, possibly tomorrow. I'm a little confused on the exact day. It's 7th or 8th, but yeah, without the help that I got, I would have had a weaker defense, and I would have stayed the full length of the jail sentence. I wouldn't have had all those motions like submitted, but that was somebody else submitting them. I would have submitted motions a little slower and with a little less information on them. Um, but yeah, there's been some help that has really accelerated my defense here, which really has set me up for an appeals court. I don't need a double-blind study to see that your car has loose projectiles all over the place. Yeah, what car doesn't? It depends on your G-forces. The G-forces make the danger happen. All right, yeah, you can see, okay, this is a potential danger, but there's a lot of potential dangers out there that never develop. All right, we could say, oh, look at that, there's nails on the road. Oh my God, that's a potential danger. Let's go on a campaign to clean up all the nails off the road, every last one, because that's just for the betterment of society. Glad to see everyone here. Previs wants to appeal his case as verdict. He can't do that if he serves out a sentence. He had to be bonded. Yeah, I want to first appeal my conviction and then appeal the sentence. If okay, if and I know a little, this is like algebra, right? If conviction does not get a writ, a supervisory writ, if the Court of Appeals does not make does not respond to the supervisory writ, then I need to try at least to get a supervisory writ for the sentence, and those two things are it. I need I need a supervisory writ from the Court of Appeals. I need a response to my writ. I make the writs. They respond to my writs. Three judges where they pull their names out of a hat, and then they randomly decide. And I hope that they're not former city judges. All right. I hope none of them are city judges, but there's probably some that are. So there's probably some that have been city judges. That would be detrimental to the court system if any of them had city judge experience. Get that city judge attitude. Charles, you want a cookie? Your cans on. Oh wait, am I looking at something? Some of us who can comprehend what you have written can fully understand what's going on. Pig trader. Travis does not have cans on the driver's side. Yeah, there's nothing. There's no cans. I got a banana. Got some bread, honey. Everything that fell down. I mean, it gets if it gets under the pedals, that's not a problem. Well, unless if I got a brake, then that's a problem. But it's never happened before. It can, I suppose. It can with anything though. Um, but yeah, I drive mostly safe. I'm under the speed limit and all that. You can't get me to cause an accident very easily. All right, you have to try real hard. And I recorded somebody who pulled right out in front of me on a 45-mile-an-hour road, and they pulled out like within like 10 feet right in front of me, and I stopped. I mean, and then they were going like 20 miles an hour on a 45-mile-an-hour road. I didn't honk. I saw it. I responded. I was going slower than the speed limit, and I mean, I didn't run into them. I guess I could have maybe run into them as dangerous as what they did, and it's all on camera too. It's on my 10. This GoPro 10. I don't know where I would. I don't know where to find it. It takes some looking. Could I find it? I'd have to really. Yeah. Ooh. Let's see if I could find it. All right. He left his car at a friend's. How long before you get a visit from the cops? I don't know. When will the cops come and visit me here? I have to say, I think this area is a bit of a upper class. The people look healthy here, healthier. They don't look like they exercise a lot, but they look healthier. Got the Max lens, only 59%. Yeah, it's not that one. It's a longer video. I remember. Could be like this one. Right on Olive Street. Some city. No. No. Nope. Okay. That's not it. It is a long. Welcome. Nope. I think it's over a minute. Maybe not. Yeah, like this one. So I'm in Campty, and yeah, I was in Campty. That no, that wasn't it, was it? Yeah, that was it. Look at this. I got 17 miles to go. Whoa, whoa. This guy just pulls out in front of me. What is going on with This is a 45-mile-an-hour road. Look at that. You got dummies in Campty, Louisiana pulling out in front of me. Whoops. Vid is fuzzy. Oh, well, you kind of get an idea. Are you in a new hotspot? There's a fuzzy video. I don't know, look clear to me. So there's dangers out there, and that person that pulled out in front of me, I mean, I was able to manage that. It was that curve that really hit me hard, for my stuff. I was talking, and I should have, maybe there was a sign that indicated, and I should have, looked off in the distance better to get an idea what was approaching. I wasn't paying close enough attention. Prosecutor and judge were caught flat-footed, took them 4 witnesses before they got their corrupt game plan back in place. That's a great description there, Pig Trader. Wow. That's a great description. Did you see my latest tweet? I said, well, it's not that important. I don't need to show it. But the hotspot is nothing more than a cell phone connection, same as hotspotting on your phone, nothing more, nothing less. Okay. So yeah, maybe my lawyer can take my voice recorder for me. Like when Judge Owsley's done with playing with my voice recorder, maybe he can hand it over to my lawyer. And I'm wondering, since I'm further north, I'm not complaining because I watch everything in 144p. I wonder if you think my lawyer could give me a ride from Shreveport to Natchitoches, because I'm north now. I'm further north, and if I have to arrive at any hearings, I wonder. You think my lawyer would give me a ride there and back? I could just park at his office or something. Assuming I don't get arrested. But I mean, even if I get arrested, at least my car could be in safe hands on the business parking lot. Judge Owsley was concerned you might start interfering with his boy's chicken delivery. Yeah. So, yeah, that chicken delivery's going just as strong as ever, I'm sure. Because when they can attack me instead of look at themselves, you know that they're going to continue doing this. Crushed the dispatcher and 2 librarians, then the judge that started disallowing Travis's power impeachment questions for the police. Yeah, I got tripped up. There was this there were some objections that really tripped me up. And I mean, what I didn't really read the questions beforehand so much. And I don't have much experience anyway, so this process was very unfamiliar to me, especially your line of questioning. Robert's line of questioning was was a little surprising to me as I was reading them, as it probably was to the prosecutor and judge as well. We're all surprised by these questions, I think. Or at least prosecutor Benjamin was calling them bizarre questions. This has been a bizarre trial. The objections were wrong. Judge should have let you ask all of the questions. Well, the thing is I want more videos of you bicycling. Huh. Yeah, I like those videos. Uh, I like those videos too. My bicycle's not in great shape, but yeah, that's something I could probably do around here. Um, I can't wait for the trial to be dissected by the appeals process. If not, they're not going to dissect it. If not, they're not going to dissect it. They're just going to look for 1 or 2 points that stand out the most in the documents. They're going to say this guy was looking at porn, and he was in the middle of of watching hardcore porn in the children's section of the library, and he was banging the table hard to get the librarian's attention. They're gonna see that and then say that's enough criminal suspicion. That's criminal suspicion. So the banging is explained because the banging was a result of the porn. But it's amazing to I mean, I would love to just I would love just to focus the Third Circuit Court of Appeals on only the conviction, what the statement that Judge Ellsley made for my conviction and sentencing. Don't make any other arguments. Just focus on what Judge Ellsley said for convicting me and what Judge Ellsley said for sentencing me. Those are the most important parts of the trial anyway, and they're ridiculous. All right, you just in my writ, you just quote those and say these are ridiculous, and then submit that as a writ to the Third Circuit Court, and let them explain what they think of his rationalization. Who uses who records in the library? Who asked the cops for their names? I mean, geez, are you kidding me? Can the Third Circuit Appeals Court be supportive of his rationalization, asking these questions, trying to establish some kind of cultural? He's working on cultural enforcement. That's what city courts are. They're cultural courts more than city court, more than anything, more than legal courts. Can recommend that judicial disciplinary investigate the judge. No, what? You know, Charles is in a. I think Charles is in another country. I swear. The Third Circuit Court is very limited. They're just gonna only look at the matter of law, and that's it. They're not gonna turn around and then start disciplining the judge as well. That's who that they only can overrule. They're not. They're okay. They're called the supervisor. Okay, they're a supervisory court, but they're not like it's not like working at McDonald's. Charles is right on the supervisory court, writing up Judge Owsley. Judge Owsley gets rid up by the voters. Judge Owsley gets voted out. Opinions about Judge Owsley that can be brought up during the election are what's going to matter. Trying to get an elected official pulled from their position. What are you going to do? You're gonna what are you gonna yeah you have to hold another election. You can't just appoint somebody to that, because that'll be even worse. You get an appointed judge in his place, they could be even worse. They don't care. They'll do they'll do even more what they want. You need to at least maintain a voting system for this. And these judges get 6 years in this city, in this state, in the judge position. You're gonna just you're just gonna replace all the voted in officials who go through all that process of running a campaign. They will say the judge and the prosecutor will both forward this decision to the judicial. What? The judge is gonna forward his own ethics complaints. The judge also is going to take the initiative to forward ethics complaints. Uh, maybe if he's so bold, maybe he's so confident that nothing can be done. He'll be like, I'll submit them myself. I'll submit your complaints myself. Here you go. To smack give to give a slap back at the people who've made the complaints. They judicial standards dismiss judges. You can sanction judges. You're going to just remove an elected official. I mean, who makes really really um, unfair decisions. But yeah, it's like his jurisdiction's so limited. He's not killing people. That's the thing. He's not sentencing people to die. He kind of is, but if the person's not injured and survives, I mean, this judge isn't exactly punching me in the face, but I mean, he's definitely talking his underlings into jailing me and doing all kinds of um, Article 8 violation stuff. He will be ordered to do that. Anyone can file a complaint to the Judicial Act, just waiting for the transcript. Yeah, you could file a complaint. You'd have better luck reporting him to DoorDash. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, you can report him, but I mean, really, what matters? This election he had 2 years ago was pretty close. 6 year cycle. He's got 4 years left. The first black lady lost to him by four percentage points. I mean, all you got to do is, I mean, he's likely gonna write out his. I don't see how he couldn't write out his the rest of his term, but I think he's gonna face some insurmountable opposition um, for his next election. I mean, he worked hard. I don't really study judges' campaigns. You don't really know. People may not really know how much campaigning a judge does. What all is involved because they're not real politicians, but they're still trying to get elected. Can many of us come together and call for accountability and even slap on the hands is better than nothing. Yeah, come together. Um, yeah, it's it depends on what the situation is. I mean, what's a good way to what's a good situation to come together on? You want, I mean, I'm trying to give as much feedback as I can with my situation. I'm still not doing enough to give feedback. There's paperwork I'd like to share, but one of the best ways to help bring people together is to effectively communicate your problem, not hide anything. You don't want to hide a thing. People who keep certain information a secret don't get as much support. I live with I prefer to just disclose everything and as much as I can and in different ways to try to just help people understand my situation. It's about helping people understand your situation, and people want to keep it secret, keep their issues secret, or may have trouble communicating their problems. It so but that's like the being the squeakiest wheel. You're competing against other people for attention. Be more hopeful on this, Travis. What the judge and prosecutor did in this case, if investigated properly, would end their careers. End their careers? I don't know. I mean, Dan has looked into some of Judge Ousley's previous cases that he's ruled on, and it's like it's city court. They're not sentencing people to 10 years of hard labor. Um, there there's just there's seatbelt violations, and I don't I mean when you're talking when you're trying to appeal to higher courts uh, about a 1 month sentence, higher courts who hear murder cases, who hear real serious crimes of people being put away for life in jail, And they got somebody like me filing a writ over this 6-month sentence, the 6-month potential sentence, and getting only a month out of that. So they're going to see that as pretty lightweight. But and so you want to show that it's happening. Well, you it does seem lightweight in comparison to the big cases that they normally get. It's almost seems laughable. But I mean, if we if there's some way to get them to understand that this this is not right, even even if it's not a lifetime sentence to prison, just a month over my ID. Um, the city court is trying to set a precedent to arrest people over general suspicion and not criminal suspicion. The criminal suspicion is 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 being um uh, uh, is turning into cultural suspicion. Cultural suspicion, general suspicion, cultural suspicion. They're pushing our cultural ish. The culture is being enforced more than the law. So the judges have to figure out. The judges have to see that the city court has pushed they have stretched their limits from a criminal court, and are trying to enforce cultural standards. Who records in a library? I mean, that's a cultural question. That's our legal right. And Judge Osley's asking who records in a library. He's asking what culture is living that type of mind frame, or living that lifestyle, or who asks for the police's names. So that's a cultural question more so. Some cultures uh, practice getting to know who each other are. I don't know. It's something where I think it needs to be clearly defined. The big cases are usually the government against a poor guy who has a court-appointed attorney that ends up in a plea deal very quickly with little work on either side. All right. Jack, you will never catch up on the importance. Jack, you need that ambulance chaser that get help to that guy foreclosed on Bank of America. That lawyer has... Ambulance chaser that helped a guy foreclose on Bank of America? I don't know. I just started this video just to play around with my hotspots and compare the cameras. That's it. I think I'm gonna probably stop this. He did but got gooched. Our serve qualify. Owsley has everyone in town convinced that he bent over backwards for Travis. Yeah, it seems that way. Owsley did talk in a manner that sounded like he was going out of his way to cater to me, and I was asking for far more than should be allowed. Right? You had heart in that trial. You did not give up, and it was inspiring. You were right. They were certainly evil. All right, I'm gonna stop this.